The many candidates on the Republican side this year running for office who have never run for office before, never served in Congress before, is James Judge, who's running for the House from Florida, the Tampa Bay area, in a, I think, newly redrawn district. Mr. Judge, thank you so much for joining us tonight. So you're running against an incumbent who is, if I'm getting this right, is, I think fair to say, part of the Democratic majority in Congress, therefore part of the problem. Have you been treated as a breath of fresh air by the media in the Tampa Bay area as someone who's, embodying the values of democracy, or the opposite?
Well, thank you so much for having me on, Tucker. I greatly appreciate it. I would say quite the opposite. We've called the media out for not covering this race. They're not interested in covering this race. Locally, we've had issues trying to get the message out. My opponent is an incumbent Democrat. She's been in office since 2006. She co-sponsored legislation to defund police. She pushes the radical agenda. She is the exact problem that we're up against. And I'm not a career politician. I'm not a part of the Washington establishment. I am going there to disrupt things and turn our country back to the people. So, no, they're not exactly thrilled. We had an issue this week, actually, that just occurred where Kathy Castor actually walked into a polling precinct, broke the law, and tried to coerce voters there, and the media didn't want to cover it for 2 days. This program is the first program that actually reached out to line something up last night, and since then the media has subsequently been interested in it. Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office is investigating, and there's actually a criminal investigation going on to my opponent right now. So,
well, that's a felony. That's a felony.
Yes,
right. So she's being investigated by the same police she voted to defund. So really quick, I'm just confused. How could you, 2.5 years after this insanity began with the death of George Floyd, how could anybody who supported defunding the police get elected to any office, anywhere?
It's outrageous. It's the worst possible idea that you could do. And, it goes right in line with, she wants to take guns away. You want to take guns away. When we had the riots in the streets and they were setting Tampa on fire and Minneapolis on fire and all these different cities around the country, you need those guns to protect yourselves. The police weren't coming for you then, and they've made it hard for police officers to do their jobs. I'd like to get there and make this country more safe and support our men and women in law enforcement who do such a great job every day. And really, the unsung hero here is the poll watcher who reported this incident and turned it over. Since then, they filed we filed a complaint. They're investigating it, and she's under criminal investigation. I know another member of Congress right now who's under criminal felony investigation going into the election.
For tampering with an election. Maybe the president will point that out since he's a democracy defender. James Judge, running for Congress from Tampa Bay area. Great to see you tonight. Thank you very much.
Great to see you. Thank you, Tucker.